Hello grade 8 students and welcome to a new English lesson. Today we will study lesson 5E, listen and speak, student book pages 68-69, workbook page 72. Bring your books, open them and let's start our lesson. Let's start our lesson as usual with the objectives of today's lesson. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to locate specific information after listening to a conversation to complete 3 advertisements correctly. Generate an imaginary conversation asking for, making, and responding to suggestions. Now let's move to our starter. Our starter today are some situations you have to respond to. Let's read the situations one by one, but you have to read them carefully and do your best to understand them before you say your answer. Are you ready? Let's start. The first situation says, your younger brother is bored. What would you say? You can say, let's go for a walk. What else? We can say, how about watching a movie? Next situation, your friend asks you to go shopping with him, but you have an exam. What would you say to him? You can say, the only problem is that I have to study. Or you can say, no, I don't think so. The last situation, you have been asked to organize a birthday party to your brother, but you don't know what to do. You need help here. What would you say? Yes, what do you suggest? And also you can say, what should we do? Let's move to the next slide. Now please open your student book page 68. Exercise lesson 1A. Can you see the 3 texts A, B, and C? Look at them carefully and try to find the answers to the 3 questions in exercise A. Stop the video, answer the questions, and when you finish, play the video again to listen to some suggested answers. You have 4 minutes and you can start now. Welcome again, my dear students. Now let's read the questions and answer them together. The first question says, where would you expect to find texts like these? Where? What's your answer? Good. These texts can be found in newspapers, on the internet, or at a tourist information office. Good. Question number 2, what kind of texts are they? They are advertisements. Good. The last question, what is the purpose? To inform and advertise. Before we start our lesson, let's have a look and discuss some important vocabulary you may need to understand today's lesson. Are you ready? Good. Let's have a look at the first word. The first word is the word trip. Do you know what does trip mean? Let's have a look at the definition of the word trip. Trip means a journey in which you go somewhere, usually for a short time, and come back again. Now let's have a look at the second word. Our second word is the word dairy farm. Dairy farm means a farm that only produces milk and products made from milk. Good. Our third word is the word tour. Tour means a journey made for pleasure, especially as a holiday, visiting several different places in an area. Guided tour. A guided tour means a visit to a place such as a museum with a guide who explains facts about the place. Let's have a look at some extra words. The word season. Season means one of the 4 periods of the year: spring, summer, autumn, or winter. In advance. In advance means before a particular time or before doing a particular thing. Suggestion. An idea, plan, or action that is suggested or the act of suggesting. Kite surfing. Kite surfing means a sport in which you move across water by standing on a board and holding into the strings of a large kite. Now let's do an easy exercise. Please open your workbook, page 72, exercise A, and complete the sentences with the words or phrases in the box. You have 5 minutes and you can start now. Welcome back, my dear students. Now let's check your answers. Number 1. Which space do you prefer, winter or summer? Which season? Good. Number 2. If you want to go to the football game next week, you must book your tickets in advance. Great. Number 3. Do you think space is more dangerous than surfing? What's your answer? Excellent. Kite surfing. Number 4. My teacher made a very useful space that helped me pass my exams. Suggestion. Number 5. Last week we went on a school trip to a space and we learned a lot. Dairy farm. The last sentence. Lamia always arranges to take a space when she visits a city for the first time. A tour. Great. Now please, let's go back to student book, page 68, exercise lesson B. You will listen to a girl talking to her brother and number the advertisements A, B, C according to the order that you hear them in. Are you ready to listen? Let's listen.
5E. 1. Listen. B. Listen to a girl talking to her brother and number the advertisements A, B, C according to the order that you hear them in.
Dad said we should look for something to do tomorrow. Any ideas?
Hey, why don't we look on the internet?
Good thinking. Yes, there are some advertisements for trips right here.
See anything interesting?
There's a trip to a dairy farm.
What do you get to do there?
It says you can take a guided tour and experience life on a farm.
What else?
You can visit and learn about farm animals, plus taste the farm's high-quality products at the farm's restaurant.
Sounds delicious. Any other options?
We could take a waterfront cruise on a traditional Arabian dhow. You spend an evening on the boat and learn all about the city.
But we took a tour of the city yesterday. Is that all you get to do?
Well, no. There's also a walk along the Corniche.
Wait a minute. There's another thing here.
What?
How about visiting Aspire Zone?
To do what?
See the stadium where important sports tournaments take place? Walk or jog around the track and relax in the green spaces of the park. We can go to the shopping centre there as well.
Well...
Have a look for yourself. It's quite beautiful.
Look, I don't really need to buy anything.
Neither do I. I finished with my shopping.
Now, what is the right order? Good. The right order is A, number 1, B, number 2, C, number 3. Good. Now, let's move to exercise C. Now you will listen again and complete the advertisements, this time with the missing words. Please listen carefully before you complete, okay?
C. Listen again and complete the advertisements with the missing words.
Dad said we should look for something to do tomorrow. Any ideas?
Hey, why don't we look on the internet?
Good thinking. Yes, there are some advertisements for trips right here.
See anything interesting?
There's a trip to a dairy farm.
What do you get to do there?
It says you can take a guided tour and experience life on a farm.
What else?
You can visit and learn about farm animals, plus taste the farm's high-quality products at the farm's restaurant.
Sounds delicious. Any other options?
We could take a waterfront cruise on a traditional Arabian dhow. You spend an evening on the boat and learn all about the city.
But we took a tour of the city yesterday. Is that all you get to do?
Well, no. There's also a walk along the Corniche.
Wait a minute. There's another thing here.
What?
How about visiting Aspire Zone?
To do what?
See the stadium where important sports tournaments take place? Walk or jog around the track and relax in the green spaces of the park. We can go to the shopping centre there as well.
Well,
Have a look for yourself. It's quite beautiful.
look, I don't really need to buy anything.
Neither do I. I finished with my shopping.
Now let's check your answers. Number 1, good, life. Number 2, taste. Number 3, traditional. Number 4, city. Number 5, can you say your answers aloud? Good. Number 5, jog. The last one, tournaments. Good. Now let's move to
C.
exercise D. Yes. Which of the 3 trips do you find most interesting and why? Can you say your answers aloud? Okay. For me, let me show my answer. I'm really into sports, so I would love to go to Aspire Zone. What's your answer? What's your answer to this question? Yeah, you can write your answer, and if you like to visit animals, you can visit the dairy farm. If you like the sea, you can go to on a cruise. Okay, now let's move to student book page 69, exercise Speak A. Let's have a look at the exercise and let's read the instructions together. The sentences below are taken from the conversation you just listened to. Hey, why don't we look on the internet? We could take a waterfront cruise on a traditional Arabian dhow. How about visiting Aspire Zone? What is true about the words in bold in all 3 sentences? The words here. Why don't we? We could. How about? They are used to ask a question, or they are used to make a suggestion, or they are used to give a command. What do you think? Excellent. The right answer is B. They are used to make a suggestion. Okay, now let's move to part B. In this part, you will learn how to ask for a suggestion if you don't know what to do. Let's have a look at the examples here. Where, when, what, etc. should we? What do you think we should do? What do you suggest? Do you think we should? What do you say? Now, can you think of any more to add? What else can we add here? We can say, good. We can say, what's your opinion on? Also, we can say, have you got any suggestions? Great, my dear students. Now, let's move to the second table. In this table, you'll learn how to make suggestions. We can use let's plus base form of the verb. Let's play, let's go, let's do. How about or what about plus verb plus ing? How about playing? How about watching? How about going? Okay, we could. I suggest we. Why don't we? What do you think about? Okay, can you think of any more to add here? We can say it would be nice, great if we could. What else? Good. We can say I think we should. Now let's move to the last table, responding to suggestions. Let's read the examples. Yes, let's do that. That sounds great. That's a great idea. The only problem is that, no, I don't think so. I think I'd prefer to. Can you think of any more to add? What else we can add here? We can say, yes, I would really like that, or why not? I'm not sure that's a good idea, maybe another time. Now let's answer some questions. Please open your workbook page 72 exercise B. And let's read the first question. I'm bored. Why don't we go to see a film together? What do you think the right answer? What do you think? Or that sounds great. Good. The right answer is that sounds great. Number 2. There is a sandstorm, so we can't go jogging outside today. Let's go to the gym. What do you think? The right answer is good. What do you suggest? Number 3. What do you think about going skateboarding tomorrow? Yes, the right answer is I think I'd prefer to play tennis. Number 4, it's going to be really hot tomorrow. Why don't we go to the beach? What do you think the right answer is? Good. I don't think so. Finally, this is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for watching. I hope you the best of luck. Goodbye.